Welcome in to the Underground Crypto Deep Dive Show. A lot of people think their problems in crypto is that they pick the wrong thing, but it's sometimes. The real problem is they keep changing their approach constantly. A new strategy, a new plan, and a new direction every time something feels even a little bit off. And they adjust so much that they never really stick to one thing for very long. Have you ever done this? I feel like it's definitely something you learn in the beginning of your crypto journey, with the kind of jump to one thing, jump to another. Oh, it's meme coins. Oh no, it's whatever, social-fi, whatever the hot trend is. And you jump around so much and you never really invest, right? You just keep kind of buying random things and selling random things. Anyways, we got a lot to get into tonight. Thank you for being here. Welcome in. We got Reliable J in the building. Melissa in the building, Blues guy in the building. I don't know where all my people are at. Hopefully Camsta people come over. I know that on Thursday night, Lifer does his, members only. So for his people in the Discord, I'm always sad to miss it. Had a lot of fun hanging out with Lifer yesterday. Welcome to the channel. That would be Underground Crypto. Let's go ahead and kick off here. Make sure that we are where we need to be. The crypto bubbles. All right, let me bring you guys over. There we are. What's up, everybody? Oh, camera's lagging. All right, there we go. It's good. All right, Rave up another 58% today. What did it top out at? What's our all-time high here? $19.48. Yeah, all-time high. We're chilling right now at $16.88. Kind of daily high of $17.38. Cyrene still making moves for absolutely no reason, up 174%. And Memecore, of course. Memecore just making all new time highs and whatnot. Went from 23 by market cap for the last week or two to 16. Telling you, this Memecore is going to be a lot bigger than people realize. $3.85. Those are the big green bubbles. Let's drop down and take a look at the whole thing. Yeah, we have great numbers for today, right? So 1 through 100 up 5%. 100 to 200s up 7%, with Ordi up 181%. I love that. It's been a while. Up to $9.87. What else do we got? IP up 33. Sky AI up 36.5. And this Genus up 31% today to 73 cents. I'd be keeping an eye on that one. We'll probably go over it a little bit more. Now, we usually only do the top 300. This 200 to 300 is up 4.8%. Peanut. Is this the same Peanut? I guess so, because if you have a year chart, can't be that new. Interesting. Peanut the Squirrel apparently was a sleeper. Maybe people feel like it's like the era they came in's Dogecoin, right? It's like the next Shiba Inu, if you will, of the next cycle. And it went as high as 7 cents. It's nice. XLR up 46% today. Trador up 24.6%, and DYDX up 27.6%. I think I own a little bit of that. I'm pretty sure I do. It's hard to keep track. I own quite a few things. I did set out in my journey not to spread myself too thin, and I think I still did a little bit personally. So let's go to the Coin Gecko and let's do our price rundown of the day. Again, like I said, I know that the Lifer is live. And that's probably where all my people are right now. That's okay. They'll come in when he's done. Bitcoin, 75,000. Really not too bad. I saw a lot of people freaking out. Somebody was like, Bitcoin's down today, $1,700 in 25 minutes. And I was like, what chart are you looking at? I did not see that part. Maybe there was a point where we dipped that much, because I mean there was a point when we were down. Matter of fact, in the spirit of that, let's go ahead and jump over to TradingView. take a look at it. Blues Guy says, running late. Hola, guys. See you in 10. Let's go. Hey, and he even sent in a super chat to say it. My man. Thank you, Blues Guy. You're the best. All right, let's go to Trading View. Yeah, that's what I want. All right. So here's the 1 minute. Let's get out of the 1 minute. Start on the 4. Since most of you guys are probably pretty dialed in, the 4 is, I don't know, that sounds stupid. I was going to say the 4 is like the daily, right? For us right now, if you're a little more dialed in. But the 4 hour is the 4 hour and the daily is the daily. All right, I won't say stupid stuff like that no more. All right, so we have this double bottom. I'm going to get rid of everything. Yeah, let's just hit the delete button. My favorite button, clear it all. I love this double bottom for sure. Look at that. Bang. Definitely double bottom. And then what? Do we get another? This is a 4 hour chart. So I feel like for us to get a whole nother shoulder and make like a beautiful inverted head and shoulder, there's high chance that takes what? A month? 2 months? I'd have to back test that. I'm not exactly sure. But either way, maybe we just double bottom. High chance that we just get the double bottom and we rock it out of here. But we could get a whole nother shoulder, right? Nothing really keeping us from doing that. And we have wicks as low as 59,900. Call it 60,000. The next, meaningful wicks here at 64,900. Call it 65,000. And let's take a look at some support and resistance. I do kind of want to get rid of that and get me my VRVP back. The visual range volume profile. Whoops, VRVP. Visible range volume pro. Isn't that what I said? I don't know. And we're going to have to fix the settings on it. So if you want your settings to look like Lifer, or just look like settings that you would want to look at, double click it, or you can find it up here and go to settings. Width of the box, you're going to want to make 200. Or wait, input maybe? Yeah, number of row size, 200. Sorry. There we go. Now it's far more sensitive. I know what I messed up. Style, the width. I increased the width way too much. Took up the entire chart. So, I mean, you can find your support and resistance normally. You can also kind of find them just off of these spikes in the VRVP. I love the VRVP. I feel like I haven't used it as much on the stream, but as far as when I learned to trade, I mean, it was a staple, right? And again, it's only going to kind of go off of what you give it. So as I move around and give it more candles, it's going to, increase here. And I like to mark out these lines of support and resistance, but in all honesty, I'm just going to delete them because I think they messy up the chart. And hopefully you guys understand, like, this sticks out really far here. I like to have like one or two of the most important ones, and then that's it, which is basically 1, 2, and then this big one up there, 3. And then you'll see we have a large gap here, huge gap. The Lifer always explained it as like, imagine a ball, right? And it's gonna roll down. This is the ball moving up to the next spot, right? Thank goodness for the back button. Let me look at this chat. Let me see what's going on in here. All right, we're up to date on the chat. Anyways, double bottom. Says we get right up here to that first spike, right? And so we could move pretty quickly to 88,000, like very quickly. Says, we would be very grateful if all crypto enthusiasts here would press the like button. Thank you for saying that, Melissa. Thank you for being here, everybody. I do want to apologize that it was super kind of last minute. I got a text to hang out with the Lifer yesterday. It was a lot of fun. Can't pass up hanging out with the Lifer. There's not a ton of people I would, cancel my stream for. Pretty much just the lifer of my brother. That's about it. And not all the time. It would have to be here and there, when it made sense. If it got to be often, then that's impossible. I got to keep the stream alive. So let's see. Where do we want to go from here? Let's drop down into the hour. Looking for this push. I mean, once we get above these previous highs here, I mean, there's good chance that you're just gone at that point, all the way up to 88,000. You could move really quick. $15. And to hit our important support and resistance, get in there a little bit more. Wait for the VRVP to change. And what do we see? See this nice inverted head and shoulder that played out. Or wait, did it play out? Nah, not really. It did pump though. I mean, that's sizable. If you would have took it as a falling wedge, that was pretty good. All right, I see. And where's the 1 hour stochastic pointed down? 15-minute about to bottom out. 5 minutes low, 3 minutes doing. They're all pretty much in the same place. 1 minute bottomed out, so I would expect a little bit of a push right now. But on the 1 minute, you are losing the 200 daily moving average, which you lost here and made like an inverted head and shoulder and pumped out of it. I don't know. Looks like a good place to hop in if you ask me. With a really tight stop at 74,791. Let's go over to weeks. Back to futures. We're just moving some money over for our members only part of the stream. Really, I just want to put my stop loss like right below here and take a shot. What am I on? I'm on the 1 minute, right? Yeah. Definitely draw out my trend line here. Oh man, the controls on this are so bad. Right? No, I'm not trading with a lot of money. Do want to turn my leverage up just slightly. Throw it in there. Put our stop loss at, what do we say this was? So let's do like 74,700 maybe. Yeah, we'd lose 41 cents. That seems all right. Let's open that long. Seems like a good place to open it too. Oh wait, okay, it did trigger. Forgot to put it on market. I hate when I do that. All right, cool. So, all right, now we can do our price rundown and stuff. How's the music? How's the mic levels? I was messing with some of it earlier, so hopefully it's not messed up. Nobody said anything. You miss one stream and then everybody just gives up on you, huh? Nah, I'm just messing with you guys. And if they did, it would be my fault anyway. So let's see. Let's refresh our numbers here. 2.6 trillion, up 0.8%. So moving up, and that's 2.63 trillion. Bitcoin 74,957, Ethereum $2,344. Reliable J says all good. Thank you, appreciate you. XRP actually getting a little bit of a nice pump today. I like that. Let's check that out in a little bit. Or actually, we'll run back and forth. I'm gonna run it like that today. Let's go take a look at XRP. This is not XRP. That's World Liberty Finance. I always retype it in, but technically I should have it already. Wow. Nice pump. Let's go something like the 4 hour. There we go. Yeah, the daily. Looks like a inverted head and shoulder, doesn't it? Shoulder, head, shoulder. If you wanted to kind of negate the first one, I guess you could call it a double bottom, kind of the same as Bitcoin. With wicks as low as like $1.11. So up considerably from there. I like it. I like what it's doing. It looks like it's running up to the 200, which probably meet around like $1.70 to $1.75. Yeah, I call it $1.70 when the price runs up here. And then the 200 kind of comes down to meet it. It would be like right about there. Oh, wow. It'd be like $1.80, really. If it moves up quickly, right? All right, well, that's cool. Maybe the whole market's bottomed out. I know Lifer's saying 90% chance. And I've watched him call some amazing market bottoms and stuff, so don't sleep on it. Man, look at that. Look at meme core. That's crazy. So let's go down into the 1 hour for XRP. Get rid of this indicator. Ended up not liking it too much. Somebody really wanted me to watch it for a while and see if I liked it. I'd rather have the VRVP all day. Dang, I'm gonna have to fix it on everyone. All right. That's fine. I'll do that. All right, let's pull it and give it as much information as possible. Cool. You almost need to go to a higher time frame to get a little more wealth of knowledge here for the VRVP to give me a little more accurate. Yeah, and it looks a lot like Bitcoin, right? Like right after where we are here. You know, you got a couple little spots. Let's go ahead and mark those out because those are really relevant. That one and that one. And then, of course, this high up here. But honestly, I think you run straight up to those big nodes up here, which would be your price action over here if you don't understand the VRVP. And, yeah, so once you get above, say, $1.60, probably a pretty quick move to $1.87. And I like that. I like that a lot. So if you love some XRP, looks like the whole market's really starting to push here. Love it. We were just trying to do the price rundown, but I'm all over the place. I'm having a good time. So that's XRP at $1.44 with a nice 6.7 pump in the last 7 days. Remember, these big assets, even a 7% pump or something on these big assets is a lot of money. BNB $633, and you're starting to see some of the money pour in. I feel like a lot of people do feel like that was a bottom in the market, at least locally, you know. Said ain't nothing but a chicken wang gang. What's up, Sunny Little Tree? Welcome in. Thanks for being here. We're just kicking off. Solana, $88.78. Tron, 32 cents. Dogecoin, a high 9 cents, almost back to 10 cents. I like to see that. 5.7, mostly because I own some, but also because Dogecoin is a staple, right? It's been around for forever. Very interesting. Shout out to those Dogecoin ETFs. I hope they move that project forward. Hyperliquid, $44.10. Chainlink, $9.52. Meme Core, really kicking today. $3 or last couple of days. It's up 45.8% in the last 7 days, 34.3% today. Meme core to number 18 by market cap. Beautiful, to $3.84. Monero XMR $344. Zcash $340. Canton Network high 14 cents, almost 15 cents. XLM 16.8, so almost 17 cents, up 7.5% in the last 7 days. Rave Dow just coming in there at number 27, up 1,664% to $16.90, just out of nowhere. Did like a 60x here recently. Avalanche $9.69. Sui $1, just teetering. It's not really on sale anymore, but I'm watching the account go up. I own a little bit of Sui, nothing crazy, like $1,000. All right, bought $1,000 at one point. No idea where it's at now. H-bar 9 cents. And let's go down and take a look at where Flare is today. Be scrolling too fast, I'll miss it. Number 87. So a lot of things pumped today. I would say Flare is pretty stable in its market cap and price. Like, it doesn't get big dips and it doesn't get, big increases all that often. So Flare likes to hang out, but in the top 100 nonetheless, right? Let's go take a look at what's trending today. Things are heating up. It's time to pay attention. I mean, over here at the Underground Crypto Show, we pay attention to alts and stuff a lot. But I hear even Lifer saying like it's heating up. It's time to pay attention to altcoins because they're ready to do some things. And man, look at it. They're doing some things. Look at your 7-day here. This is just what's trending. This is not top gainers, top losers at all. What's up? Sup, bro? Thanks for the live. Absolutely, Sunny Tree. I appreciate you saying thank you for the live, man. That means a lot. Because I do be working hard out here every day. I stream for at least 2-3 hours a day. Except for yesterday where I hung out with the Lifer, but hey, that was a ton of fun. Have you hit the like button yet? Blues Guy wants to know. Doge coming to do Flare soon. Doge coming do Flare soon. Okay. PDAI up 80% this week. I don't know that one. Is that going to be in our what's trending? Siren, Rave, Ordi. Really, Ordi just bounced back out of nowhere. That was kind of crazy. Pudgy Penguin's probably the strongest NFT project. Second to it, maybe Bored Ape Yacht Club. Sunny Little Tree says, I see you, homie. Hey, thank you, man. I see you too. Based is decentralized exchange. Of course, Solana, Bio Protocol, DeSci. Is DeSci going to run? We're going to come back and look at that. I'm just looking at the chart. Guinness. It makes me think of Guinness. I don't know why. It's rather Genius. It makes me think of Genius, which I guess it is. I guess it is Genius. But anyways, I like Guinness. But yeah, have I been saying that wrong the whole time? To be live on the internet, man. Immortalized forever. So Athena, Story IP, Zcash, finished, Nero, and Lido. So what I was getting at in the beginning with the whole it's time to really look hardcore at altcoins is some of the charts. Cyrene is pumped. Not really flagging out. Really just pumped. Oh, yeah. Padilla is a Hex type coin, I believe. Yeah. Reliable J's all in the Hex community. I love that. Gotta hop in our Discord, Reliable J, and give us the sauce on a lot of the Hex stuff, right? So let's run down the list. We're going to kind of take a look at all of these. We're transitioning because altcoins are hot and people want to know where to make some money. We're going to be looking a lot more at charts than what we have been for a while, just because if Bitcoin wasn't moving, nothing else was moving. So we didn't need to look at much besides Bitcoin. Now, the game changes, right? And so we need to shift with the game. So let's pull up Cyrene. And let's see, where do we want to look at it? I want spot. There we go. Mexi is good enough. Gratitude Underground for all your hard work. Hey, thanks, man. I really appreciate you, Blues Guy. Thank you for the 2 super chats. We're going to make it to our goal tonight. Why is it not counting in our goal? I don't know. It's broken. It's broken. It should count. It's really weird. Anyways, on the 4 hour, this thing has just been pumping. It's not at an all-time high. Right. It's not in price discovery. Price discovery, $3 and call it 17 cents. Once you get $3.17, you're pretty much in price discovery here. VRVP says most of your strong price actions down here, which is weird because you spent more time up here anyways. Let's go to a smaller time frame for something like this. So Cyrene, you might want to set some buy orders. If you pull a fib, this is how I like to play it a lot of the time. So pull your fib. My favorite spot to buy, 786, right? Second favorite, the next one up, the 706. Hitting buttons, hitting buttons. Chocolate Salty in the house says, good evening. What's up, our resident airdrop man? Thanks for being here. Says, I have some Hex too. Yeah, Pulse Chain it is. Couldn't remember the name. Yeah, I have a little bit of Hex somewhere. Blues Guy says, Underground. What's up, my man? Oh, the hour was just flipping blue there. Okay. I mean, that would be like a tweezer top, right? If it closed pretty much like it is. It literally just opened though, right? It doesn't close. It's an hour and it doesn't close for 57 minutes. Says, I'm old school. Hey, nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. But anyways, when I see a big spike like this, I'm going to put a notification here at the 618, put an alert on it, bang, bang, and see if we can get some pullback. If it bounces off the 0.5 and I miss it, that's fine. But if I could scoop maybe a little bit of it in this region here from the 618, I'll set a small one at the 706, and then I'll set my biggest buy at the 786 with the stop loss, you know, down under where we started from. Something like 74 cents, probably 73 cents would be my stop loss. So now we just kind of wait for it. The next one I want to look at is Rave Dow. Instead of bouncing back and forth constantly, just so you can see that it's Rave Dow, right? Here we are. Boom, pulled back, bounced off the 0.5, get in the jump. Seems strong. I always say that the higher up the ladder here on the fib retracement, the less retracement it does before it really bounces, the better as far as strength, right? And you could look at this, right, for something like, say, this. Totally doable. Also, you could M out, right? Because technically, kind of making a lower low, right? This candle closes in like 3 hours. Let's go the hour. Yeah. Gonna linger in here quite a while. I like to play things on the larger time frames a lot of the time, unless I'm like absolutely scalping. This looks good. You are above the 200, but the 21 is with price action, right? And that could just bang and break the all-time high here. It's a little late in the game for a Rave Dow, in my opinion, to be chasing, but I don't know where this thing is going. What if this thing goes to like 100 billion? I don't know. Sliding in. Plague Dog's in the building. What's up, brother? Thanks for being here. Can you peek at Huma, please? Yeah, absolutely, boss. I got you. Anyways, on that like hour is what I'm looking at. Of course, you do have the dreaded head and shoulder. And if you don't pay attention to that shoulder, I mean, you still have an M with a lower high, you know, high, lower high. All right. I think you guys understand. So if this does start to fall down, let's drop down to the 15. Ah, the 15. Nice. I mean, really a beautiful short. Ah, man, it's hard to see it losing the 1 hour 200. It's just so far. You'd already take most of the short at that point. I mean, when it lost the 21 here on the 1 hour, because you're on a bigger time frame, the 21's more crucial. That would have been a good short. I mean, even that one would have gave you a little bit of return. You don't have a lot of history with this coin. I mean, you see it is what it is. And it is very much making like a slanted shoulder, head and shoulder. So I would be very weary of that. But nonetheless, I do see this flag here for Rave, right? And if that catches fire, catch a fire. I was about to start singing. Don't let me do that now. $23.45 it could go to. And of course, you could just drop down and start filling this out for, you know, the bigger measured move. I don't know. Unless I'm shorting, I just feel like Rave is, like I missed it, you know? It did like a 60x. Like I feel like most of us missed it unless it's going to short back down to some of the lows. But even if it starts to fall, it might not fall that far. People might think it's hot. Newbies come in, they want to buy it. Slamming my cup down on the glass table. That's how you know I'm serious. BTC 1 minute descending triangle, not financial advice. Do your own research. Nice measured move to below the 200 if it hits. I read it so fast I don't even know what we're talking about. All right, BTC 1 minute descending triangle. Yeah, he's right. Sing it, bro. Sing it. Hey. Catch a fire. Gonna get burned. Now I'm having trouble placing exactly which song I wanted to sing. I was like, that was 3 reggae songs combined in one. The words of one, the melody of another, and then there was just another one thrown in there too. In a soul short right now, down 20 cents. All right, what am I looking at? Yeah, buddy. So, did I put the wrong measured move on this? Is this supposed to be like... I do mess these up a lot. Not perfect, guys. For any of you guys who were really convinced that I'm perfect, sorry. I don't think I am. Let's look here. Yeah, and I mean, wow. Yeah, you're kind of in 2 different spaces, aren't you? Let's go to like the 5. Or give a little. The VRVP will have a little more wealth of knowledge here. So yeah, we were talking about, if you'll get it more like the hour, I was talking about how, dang, you gotta go to like the 4 hour. Once we get, there's this big gap here, right? That could easily take you up to 88,000. But BTC never seems to give us what we like, and it makes everything hard. And thanks for the super chat, man. Blessed. Definitely blessed. That looks, could be asymmetrical to a degree. Right? Let's go back to the 1 minute here. I'm not quite getting symmetrical. Definitely like descending, which could be more of one of these measured moves, right? And then this would be the flagpole, right? This would be the measured move of the upward action. I've been drinking this coffee because I need it like something bad. My mind is failing me right now. I don't know. We'll be watching it. I think I opened a long, so hopefully my long is cooking. Anyways, I want to go through these coins. I could stare and look at BTC all day, and y'all would probably be fine with it. Y'all probably love that. I don't doubt it. Let's go get Ordi, because Ordi just did a huge pump for, I'm not going to say for no reason, because I mean, I don't really know why it did it. And if you're going to short something, I think I'd short Cyrene right now. We'll see how that ages. Give me spot. Yes, I love when it's Binance Spot. That's the one I really want. And I didn't change it. There we go. Kind of already did a little bit of a retracement and then bounced. I mean, that's really the impulse. Got a 618 wick and then bounced. Are you going to get like a shoulder, head, and shoulder? I think it all is dependent on Bitcoin, right? If Bitcoin starts slumping over, you know, this might just fall over and give you a shoulder, head, and shoulder. Your stochastics are low. Oh, you definitely have bearish divergence, though. Take a look at this. Oh, yeah, that's... That is regular bullish divergence. Is Ordi DeFi? Hey, we could look into that. Coffee sounds good, doesn't it? Coffee is always good. 9 bull div on the stochastic. I don't know what that means. I'm gonna be honest with you, because as far as I know, and Aave also pumped. Okay. As far as I know, you only pull your divergences on the RSI, the relative strength index. You don't ever pull your divergences off of the stochastic RSI. I learned that the hard way. I top blast that. Already is DeFi and Aave also pumped. Yeah. And, you know, I was chilling with the lifer yesterday, and he made the comment that when you see Aave, because Aave has, I guess, a lot of attention when it comes to like some of the bigger money, some of the institutional money, right, is rocking with Aave. So when you see Aave start pumping, a good chance people are starting to really bet that there's a bottom in for the market, right? So that was some insight he gave me. I thought that was really interesting. Aave, I obviously know what it is, but I don't spend a lot of time on it. I'll drop stochastic RSI divergence info in the Discord. Hey, go for it, man. I'm always down to learn something. The 9 was an accident. Oh, okay. That makes way more sense. He just meant bull div. Okay, cool. And I'll get to the one that Blues Guy asked about in just a second, which was... Where was it? Blues Guy, tell me what project I think it was like Huma, Huma, if my memory serves me well, which sometimes it does and sometimes it doesn't. Anyways, I don't know what to say about this thing other than it has some definite bearish divergence. I would make this full range here. I mean, you could come from here if you wanted to, but I like it from that impulse right there. 786 looks like you could get a 786 retracement pretty easily to $6. If not, maybe something more like this bottom here at wick to 650 a couple of times. Some turtle soup would be nice. And I mean, technically, like your turtle soup was like right here. See how that swung up? Wow, this one swung down. That's usually what they're looking for. That's turtle soup right there. Or the money printer model or whatever, you know, whatever you want to call it. Oh, he says correct. Okay, so let's go take a look at that. I don't have anything else to say for this. I mean, that's bearish div. On the hour, 15 minute stochastic RSI is high. I'm pretty sure it's coming down for at least like a 0.5, you know, retracement here. So let's go take a look at, I guess, Huma, H-U-M-A. I've definitely looked at this coin before. Okay, spot, Binance, beautiful. Let's go. Let's see. We're on the 15. Give me the 4 hour. Wow, that's some weird looking chart. It was like an inverted head and shoulder with a Bart Simpson in it. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just making that up. Let's go to the daily since I'm really not familiar with this coin. Yo, what is going on? There we go. Looks like Tuesday, 27th May 2025. Token generation event. Let's see. Can we get like a solid trend line out of this? All right. Some trend there. I almost like that a lot better. And that's like right where the 200 is. So looking for the daily to pump up to the 200. Let's drop down to the 4 hour. 4 hours getting back above its 200. Kind of flagged out. Hit the 21. Let me actually show it, right? This little area here. Looks like it kind of flagged out. Hit the 21. Bounced upwards. It's a good sign. Like that. Down in the 15. Really starting a parabolic curve here. And if it breaks that parabolic curve, can I set a notification? Yeah. Can I set an alert on a parabolic curve? Never tried to do that. No, it doesn't look like you can, which is garbage. I should be able to set an alert on any line for pretty much any reason. All right, here's your previous tops there. It was respected as resistance twice, so I would take it as a decent show of support if you came back down. Back to the hour. There we go. It takes forever to get some of that old information there. And then, of course, here's another spot on the VRVP. So if it keeps running, I mean, it's at least going to go to 90 cents. But it easily could start to break down here. I mean, it's just what Bitcoin does, right? Because you could definitely pull a fib here. And your 786, I'd go with more like this VRVP node at the 706 at 71 cents. 71 cents could be a good buy. And then, of course, this, I mean, it looks like it was a cup and handle. Let's pull this real quick. Bang. Yeah, that brings you about to the same area. 91 cents, 90 cents, same thing. Says, wow, going to zero. That's one big descending triangle. I mean, I feel you on that. If you're talking about Huma, I can see that. Let's go to the daily. But when things bottom out, like it's probably not going to go to zero. But I feel you. I do. Looks so bad on the daily. This chart scares me. Be safe, Blues. Good, because I'm long. I mean, these charts can look terrible in a bear market, and then things turn around. They can pump out of them. I don't know anything about Huma, like, specifically. All right, let's go to our next coin down the line, which is going to be Bio. Let's go get Bio. Bio protocol. Let's see, where's the best place to look at it? US. Yeah, that's spot. That's what I want. There we go. A lot of TA going down tonight. Look at that thing. Oof. Looks like Wreck City for quite some time. A lot of charts look like this though. Bio, I think didn't necessarily come out at the best time. I'd probably just delete this and start like here as like real price action, right? Got a big sell-off. I don't think that DSI, I don't think we were ready for DSI. I'm going to be honest. I think DSI is still maybe in the next bull run, if not the next one. I don't know. DeSci RWAs, I think, might, and of course AI, going to dominate the next bull run here. Blues Guy says, thank you. Absolutely, man. Anything for our regular community members? Oh, well, I'm making money all day. Well, there you go. If the market cap is above like 50 mil, I'd say it might not go to zero. All right, let's go check it out. This is a deep dive research show. We can go look at whatever. Let's go get Huma. I don't know what the market cap is. H-U-M-A. Huma Finance. Definitely heard of it. Definitely been over it. 32.2 million right now. Man, that coffee is slap. It's not working, but it tastes delicious. It'd be nice if it started working deliciously. I don't think we can say it like that. All right, let's bounce back over. Hit that bio protocol. I must be dehydrated. That's the only thing I can think of. Huma Turkish Lira. From what I see, it's the Turkish Lira. He said 54 million. Not according to this. Huma, it's Huma Finance, right? Huma. It's the only one that says Huma. I guess market caps can vary a little bit from place to place, but it's a big variance. It's a big disparity. 32.2 million is what it says. All right, we were looking at Bio. Bio just looks like it got rejected by its 200-day moving average, but it had a huge pump. Let's drop down to the 4-hour. And it's flagging out with the 21 above the 200. I mean, this is sauce a lot of the time. Is it the strongest project? I don't know. I mean, if Siren can run, then like I guess this could run too, right? Why not? At this point, it's like what makes sense to run doesn't really matter. I mean, Rave. All right. How much money you really care to put in Rave DAO? And it just ran. Just ridiculous. Rather, maybe they're going to do something huge and there's a lot of insiders who know it. Maybe. But they don't even have dates for things, right? The shows and things that they did are all the way like Singapore, you know, back 2025. Like, it doesn't seem like a poppin', you know, whatever, event coordinator, whatever you want to call them. It doesn't seem all that poppin' to me if you have no events in 2026 when Vegas is coming up and Bitcoin consensus is coming up and where are they? I don't know. Maybe they only do stuff overseas and they don't do stuff here in America, but that wouldn't make a lot of sense for what they say that they are. Trying to look, see if there's some divergence here. I don't know why I'm drawing a line over the line I already drew. That's craziness. I mean, a little bit on the 4-hour, right? Some hidden bullish divergence. I mean, definitely on the 1-hour, right? You take this to this. And then where do we start that at? Like, yep, that very much points up. This very much points down. Some hidden bullish divergence there on the 1-hour. And it looks like it's really starting to play out too. Fix this flag here. Bang, bang. I don't know, I almost like that a little better. When you draw a flag on, say, like the daily or the 4-hour, as you drop down in time frame, you kind of have to refine it because, you know, where the wicks are and the bodies of the candle changes a little bit, for sure. I don't know. I like that for Bio Protocol. I'm going to say Bio Protocol could go to 0.06, 6 cents, which would be price range of 65%. Throw that on a little bit of leverage. It's looking good. Where is my long position? That's a short position. There's long position. And I mean like real close stop loss there. Let's put that in the group. I should be like more actively putting things in the group for sure. I don't even think I have a tab for TA in the group. Definitely need to do that. Definitely not my TA, right? So many things in the way of my keyboard. It's hilarious. All right, I did it. I put it in the Discord. If anybody wants to refer back to it later. Turks versus USD, market cap difference, solid fight. Oh, okay, I see what you're saying, Plague Dogs. Got you. Look at that big crypto IQ on Plague Dogs. Thanks for being here, bro. Gotta be an AI bot we can have make clips and auto drop in the Discord. Automating would be so rad. Man, I'm always working way too hard, man. So I have been on a rabbit hole with AI tools, and oh man, I don't know what it's going to cost me. I don't know how feasible it is, but I've got a lot of different things planned, a lot of different tools, and it's really cool. It's really cool messing with. And then yeah. Without saying too much or promising too much, I'm in the middle of writing an album as well. Why I do this to myself, you know? Why I decide like I'm gonna throw an album that needs to get done quickly, in the middle of everything I have going on. I don't know, but that's just who I am. I'm always doing too many things at one time. So I got a producer, and it's a whole thing, but it's gonna get done. Maybe you guys like it, maybe you don't like it. I don't know. I should do an intro song for it. Says, are you a Gemini? No, I'm a Virgo. I am a Virgo. All right, hanging too long on this bio. Let's go to the next one. Tau. That's the next one we want to look at here. What's it to you if I was a Gemini? I'm the type, like, I don't put too much stock in a lot of that. So, like, I know what a Virgo is, obviously, like what they say it is because I'm one. And I know what a Cancer is. Like, I know what a couple of them are. But for the most part, I don't even know what a Gemini is supposed to be. I don't know what an Aries is supposed to be. People mention it all the time, and I'm like, I don't really know what that means. They'll be like, yeah, oh, that makes sense, you know, because I'm a Gemini, and I'll be like, oh, okay, and just I'll play it off like I know what they're talking about, but I have no idea what they're talking about. Oh, look at Tau go. Tau kicking ass on the 1 hour. We Geminis chase many rabbits as well. He says, bro, I was wrong. Not huma, but humanity. Okay. I'll look at that next. Hey, we'll look at everything, man. For my people, we'll do it all. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I've always been like that, man. I'm optimistic and I believe in myself and I have hard work ethic. And so I like to do a bunch of things, but it's funny because like where I am right now is very dialed back. Like all the things that I'm doing is me evaluating and making sure I'm not doing too many things. So you can imagine what a younger me was doing. Way too many things. Like way too many things. Yeah, there was a point where I had like 4 LLCs and stuff. It wasn't bad. It was just too much work, and you get too much stuff going on everywhere, and you can't really perfect any one thing because you're working too hard. And I always want to find people to work with and stuff, but I mean, in this community, I've found some wonderful people, but in my actual life, people just don't want to do anything. You know, it's sad. Like, everybody talks a good game when you're chilling, when you're hanging out. But, like, as soon as, like, all right, cool, well, let's go grab this. And then, like, you know, you be in charge of this and you take care of this and, you know, write up a little thing and then, you know, make an ad. And then I'm going to do, like, and then all of a sudden they're, like, 3 weeks later and they haven't gone to Canva and created, like, an ad. Not trying to brag, but that would take me about, I don't know, if I did it to my highest capacity, 45 minutes. If I never did it before, maybe 2 hours, right? If I had to learn it, I don't know. People just don't even try. But that's the way life is. Look at this nice divergence right here. Bang. And bang, right? Some regular bullish divergence. Says ticker IH. Okay. That's funny. That's why I asked Blues. I came across both of them when I Googled it. Humanity is a neat project. Yeah, that one I'm a little more familiar with. Jack of all trade versus the king of none. Can't wait to be down there, man. Exactly, man. We got a lot of things to do. I just came up with a whole thing today. Want to give all my secrets away, but oh man, I'm gonna crush it with it. So let's go. I want to kind of finish with Tau here. I mean, is there really a trade? The 1 hour's kind of topped out, and I mean that divergence really sent you up pretty drastically. Let's go to the 15. Is it flagging? Is it going to start flagging on us here? We got to get in the sauce there a little bit. How about the 5? Kind of looks like it's just bouncing off the 21, right? Maybe get something more like this. If it flags here, I mean, it could have a really nice measured move to, say, 267 from where we're at right now. But I think it's a little early to say anything like that. Let's go to the 3. I love the 3-minute chart. I don't know why. One of my favorite charts as far as like being dialed in. Of course, you could get the dreaded M. And if you did, you know, you'd be looking at pull your fib, 786, $247 is the 786. A more likely buy looks like maybe 250. Got a nice node here at 250. And if you have a decent portfolio, you could play this a bunch of different ways. Like set you a buy order here at 250. But not too heavy. Set you another buy order down here at like 247, 248. I would do it at like 248. Your bigger buy. And if it comes down here and it hits your buy orders, then you're probably off to the races, right? Set stop loss under like 242. It's one way. And then at the exact same time, I would wait for this to come down and bounce and start to flag out a little more. Like, I wouldn't hop in this now. If anything, I'd let it come down and bounce here and then maybe get in, or maybe if we got tight over here, then I would get in. We'll keep an eye on it though. And what is that? That is 267.8. Where's the point? There it is. All right, cool. Let's hit this. Hopefully there's not too much going on when I post it to the Discord. The saucy stochastic, I love that. It says, let's go sooner than later, bro. Am I moving too slow for somebody? No, I'm just playing. I think you're talking to Blues guy. All right, let's go. Oh yeah, he wanted humanity. Humanity's ticker is just H. All right, is what it is, right? H. I mean, I guess Meme Core's ticker is M, right? Very simple. It's almost too simple. Let's swap spot on BitHub. BitHum. Yeah, I'm good on that. That's a Korean won. That's crazy. To me in America, that's crazy. It's probably not crazy at all. Go get Mexi. There we are. I mean, definitely seems to be flagging here, right? Let's see, what else do we want to do this? I mean, that's the proper measured move, right? To something like 12 cents. Almost started on too low of a time frame, honestly. Definitely got a little bit of a parabolic curve going on. Oh yeah, definitely got a parabolic curve going on. Look at that thing. Right? Interesting. There we go. So if it's going to go up, it's going to go up. If it starts to come down through that parabolic curve, then it might just fall down, right? The 1 hour is pointed down. The 4 hour is high. It's already above the 200, away from the 21. It's kind of extended if you ask me. Let's go to the 15. What do we got for divergences? Looks like that bearish divergence here already played out. Like here to here, here to here. But I mean, that you could say just played out right here. Right? This whole thing right there. I'm thinking there's a chance you kind of come down for your retracement here. It's got some support here in the golden pocket. I mean, that's 1, 2, 3. I mean, didn't really come in play there. Say 3 times it acted as resistance. Then you broke through it. I mean, definitely support and resistance flip, because here it acted as support. Might be a little hard to see get rid of this real quick. Right, so there's your line. Then it acted as support right there. Bounced off of it. So you could see it come down to that support. Let's see on the fib where that support is. So many lines messing up my eyes right now. It looks like that support is the 618. It's kind of above the 618. But a bounce off the 618 might be a good buy. Not seeing any crazy divergence or anything like that. Everything seems to line up here. Yeah, I don't see any crazy divergences. I mean, maybe you want to get real speculative, shoulder, head, and shoulder. I'd be looking for a retracement, I guess. Unless you're going to get this pop up to 12 cents. I don't know. That's what I got. Hopefully that doesn't feel all over the place. Alright, let's get rid of those lines. Get rid of this parabolic curve line. Then I guess we'll see how that plays out. This is cool, bro. You're the man. Thank you. Thank you very much. Hope you guys enjoy this TA. I got the lifer's vision. Got lifer vision, not the lifer's vision. I don't know. Does it sound bad when you say that? All right. What else do we got? Man, we are cooking today. Like we are really going through all the things. Let's look at Ave. Seems like it wouldn't really be complete unless we looked at Ave. Spot on Binance. Okay. Kind of like a slanted. Oh wait, first let's get the heck out of the 5-minute chart. We'll come back to the 5-minute. I don't like to start at the 5-minute. I like to top down. I mean, you got a lot of pump here. I mean, let's pull that fib. Right. Bang, bang. Then maybe hop into the hour where we see a little bit more information. You could say on the hour, you're kind of flagging out here. Maybe. Maybe get more like a channel. I mean, decent measured move on that though. Says Ave to maybe 130. But I really wouldn't be surprised if you came down. But I mean, it's kind of done this multiple times here. Look there, here, in its pump. I mean, you have this little area right here, but it looks kind of different from the other two. This one, it looks like you got a nice inverted head and shoulder. Shoulder, head, shoulder. I mean, really, it's like a complex head and shoulder, like shoulder, shoulder, head, shoulder, shoulder. Terrible drawing, but you get the point. That pumped you up. This one was more of a flag. Nice looking flag, too. Of course, they kind of dolphin dipped you out before it pumped. Man, they love to do that. Love to do that. And then I don't know what the heck this thing's going to do. So you might get some retracement. Looks like some support there at 104. Just like right above the 0.5, but doesn't look like anything amazing. It was support over here. Look, you can see. And obviously I didn't see any of this when I drew it. Support, support. So farther back, it was a decent place of support for sure. Huh, very interesting. Ave is not something I look at a lot. Seems like short. Yeah, bro. says Bernard. Hey, what's up? Welcome in, welcome in. Then peek at River, perhaps? Sure. What's up, Bernard? Smash that like button. Yeah, let's look at River. Oh, I already have River up. Unfortunately. Let's go to the daily. Oof. Okay, that inverted head and shoulder did pop. Then you came down. I mean, overall, the whole thing might be more of a double bottom. You can see the, support that I already have drawn here at $6.50. Is that really where we are right now? Dang. Okay. Let's get off the daily. Daily's too big. 4 hour, I mean, you're under the 4 hour 200. Looking kind of ugly, looking like also maybe it might start rounding out here. The lag sometimes really messes that up. Down to the hour, not a whole lot to see. It looks like it's just being literally stomped down by the 200-day moving average here. Just rejected, rejected, rejected. Might look for it to meet the 200 again and get rejected again. The 15, let's see, 15 just popping up above the 200 and a double bottom-ish, maybe another shoulder. And the 5 minute got to bounce off the 200 and is moving up. Is it flipping? I don't know. I mean, you do have shoulder, head, shoulder. If you were going to play that, right, you'd get something like $8.56. I'm not in love with the idea, that's for sure. Go to the 3 minute. Where's the VRVPO? Get rid of this thing. I'm not even going to bring it up, but I'll just find the support and resistance myself. I can see there's a very clear support and resistance right there. Grab your fib from the impulse. 786 is $7.41. Price action right now, $7.88. Does look like you kind of had a flag. When I was messing with River, it really didn't seem to care about TA at all. Like at all. So from knowing that makes me not really put a whole lot of stock here in TA for River, because it never seemed to care much about it. But maybe that was the time we were in. So the first one is for the head and shoulder move. This other one is more for that flag there that it seems like we broke out of. Right now it seems like it's making a shoulder, head and shoulder. But again, if River just did whatever it wanted to, I would not be surprised if it just ran up for no reason at all. I don't know. Other than breaking out of this flag, I mean, flag interacting with the 21 above the 200 on the 3 minute seems like it could do something. Staring at charts and TV and screens too long today. We got polka dot near plasma story. XPL I want to look at, and IP. XPL. Wait. It's an index. I don't want that. Yeah, that's what I want. XPL, let's pull that up. XPL falling down a little bit. Of course, I'm on the 3. I don't like to start there. Let's start at the daily. I mean, obvious support here. Another one there. Oh, didn't give it to me. And here. There you go. So you're running up to that support. Let's drop down to the 4 hour. Above the 200, interacting with the 21. I mean, not exactly the most beautiful flag, but there's definitely a trend line there. No doubt about that. Interesting. I don't love that. It is, that trend line is like basically the 200 on the 1 hour, right? Let's go to the 15. XPL is an interesting coin because although it's like stable coins and things built on the stable coin rail, it's its own layer 1. I mean, I guess that's the rail, right? Excuse me. And so, yeah. Go to the 7. Let's go to the 3 minute now. 3 minute losing the 200. I mean, this fib retracement's very zoomed in because it's a 3 minute, but it's down to the 618 right now. It's not a coin that I chart a lot, so I don't know how I feel about this one. I can see it coming down to the 618. Let's go back to the 15. It's just very choppy. Guess you could take this whole range here, but that just feels wrong because it was so choppy right here. I'd still just take this range. I don't know. Buy order at the 786. Stop loss, like, basically right under the 200 at like 13.4.134. And that could be a move. And then what was the other one I wanted to do? Oh, IP. Let's do IP real quick. Thank you, sir. Awesome, bro. Glad to hear that. Then peek at River, perhaps. Okay, we did River. We're going to do IP, and then we're going to kind of move along here. We've been at this for a hot minute. I don't want both of them. Let's do this one. There we go. Wow, IP just decided to take off today. Look at that thing. Obvious support. Support. So you're running up to some probably resistance at that point. Breaking above the 4 hour 200. 1 hour, not that far away from its 21. Yeah, it is. It's a little bit away from the 21 for sure. 15 minute, not so much though. I mean, oh, that's the wrong thing. Right. And then down to the 3 minute. Skip the 5 and the 7. Go straight to the 3. Ooh, that looked like cat ears. I see some cat ears. Anybody else see it? I don't know how you couldn't not see it. Bink, bink, bink. Meow. I feel like you have to draw the eyes in the mouth anytime you draw cat ears, right? And then what? Does that give you more of like a fib retracement here? I don't know. I don't love the fib retracements on like really small time frames. I'd rather pull this whole thing on the 15 and then you have quite a bit of time spent here. If we had the VRVP, I'm sure that would be a high volume node. And then you got the 786 at 55 cents, 0.555. That's where I'd be setting a buy order for IP. But definitely starting to go parabolic. A reliable J. Respect with the respect emoji. All right, let's get off of this. Let's move on. We have plenty of stuff to do with the show. We don't normally do a ton of TA here lately other than Bitcoin, and then we spend like an hour doing TA. Never know what you're going to get, but you know it's going to be underground. You know it's going to be crypto. So let's go to Crypto Rank. Look at that. Fear and Greed Index. Is that right? 21? Everything's pumping. We're going to 21. I feel like we were higher yesterday. Yeah, yesterday was 23. And then today we're going to 21. I tell you, it never makes sense to me a lot of times. But I know that it's right. Most of the time, it feels right. Thank God for these pop-ups on Crypto Rank. Gratitude is the attitude. That's the salute. Also, it means respect. Yeah, exactly. Those are those custom-made emojis, man. Those are my hard work and labor and time and diligence figuring out how to do that. 38 out of 100 altcoin index. Let's go see what's trending over here. We'll chart maybe a couple of them, but we've gone over most of them. I'm not going to hit every single one of these again. Make it the top 20, not the top 100. Based, Ordi, One Football, Bio Protocol, R2 Engine, Aria AI is an interesting one. Bless, Nomina, Opinion, Perlay back on the radar, huh? Hopefully we get the airdrop for that. Stakestone, Zama, Cyrene, Centrifuge, Celestia, Fabric, or Robo, Wormhole, Cintio, and Rave DAO. It's funny. I'm going to go right to number 20. Let's look at Cintio. Cintio is an end-to-end observability platform. Whatever that means. Right? Right? Am I saying, like, what does that even mean? Let's go to the website. Hey, it's a risk. We're not going to go there. 3.5 million. 7.4 million. Let's bring that energy up. I'm sorry if I wasn't dozing off on you, but all that TA making my eyes water. What else do we want to look at here? We've been over Ordi, bases of DEX. I don't know, it could run, but like, I mean, I'm saying this as it's up like 100%. I don't get it. All right. I don't know why anybody cares about decentralized exchanges at this point. There's like 35 of them that are decent. Which one are you going to pick? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know why you'd want to do that. But pick one, I guess, and use it. That's all I can say. Ordi, we went over. Bio Protocol, Engine, Aria AI is up 21. It dived. Like, it got beat up the other day. 21 million. It used to be 205, right? Like, with a chart like this and a drop like this, are we going to get excited about a 21% bounce? It's not. And again, guys, it's not 21% of this. It's like 21% of that. I'm good. I never thought it was anything exciting. When, again, I'm hypercritical of the gaming stuff. If you're a gaming coin and you ain't got no game, then what are we doing, right? It's like if I'm a TV show and I ain't got no show. I just got a script and some pictures and, like, you know, some people who I'm promising are going to do something, but, like, there ain't no show. Then who would care? Nobody would care. Bless is a decentralized edge compute network. Looks like it had a pump and then it gave it all back. There's quite a few different ones like this. For whatever reason, Bless never really gave me the best vibes. Why did they name it Bless? It's a computational resource project for AI, right? They're going to sell computation and other resources to AI industry, companies, projects. And they want to borrow your resources in order to do it. And why is it named Bless? I don't really get that. It's like a world computer kind of thing. I don't know. I think almost the name Bless to me almost implies like some kind of charity coin, something or other, and that just turns me off a little bit. TIA, Wormhole, yeah. Any of these anybody want me to go over TA on? I don't really want to go over TA on any of the other ones. Let's move this show along. Let me tell you guys a short story about some crypto right here, right now. And just for my people, let's start. All right, pick it up. I changed the song back to the crowd favorite song. The crowd favorite song. Love that. Hey, where's everybody going? Come back. Sometimes when you get hit with the ad or whatever, people disappear. I don't know what's up with that. Come on, load ChatGPT. Yes, we'll wait. We'll wait as long as it takes. And then it'll probably put me somewhere random in my chat. Gotta love it. Yep. Somewhere totally random. You make sure it's in the right place like 5 times before you go live. And then it's just like, yeah, we're just gonna do whatever. We're gonna load. And then we're gonna throw you somewhere random. All right. We're ready. Put your thinking caps on. It's time to raise that crypto IQ. When people start getting into crypto, they usually start with a plan. That's the idea, right? And we got some plans to make. I think here, I got to write this down. Where am I going to write it down at? We hear. Hey, I love that. Next week's stream, I got to put it in my notes or something. Next week's stream, all about building a portfolio, and we will go over all of the coins we're looking at as bottom buys. Bro, instead of coins, it put queens. All the queens we're looking at. Hey, who wants to buy some bottom buy queens? That doesn't sound like the best queens. Shout out to voice chat for always getting at least one word completely wrong, if not the whole damn thing. All right. So when people get into crypto, they usually start with a plan. Of course, that instantly reminded me that next week I really want to talk about building portfolios, percentages, how you look at it, categories, exposure, yada, 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 because now seems kind of like the time that we might be moving. Now, obviously, that double bottom that we just had on Bitcoin, right at those double bottoms, is like the best time to buy stuff. But just as we just went over, people usually don't buy stuff when they're really the best benefit is. It's when it starts feeling safe. And I tell you, it's starting to feel safe. In my experience, to be 100% honest, at some point here in the near future, it's going to do one or two things. We're just going to rip like straight to 88K, right? And we're probably going to be done with that, and we might not come back to these prices until like the next bear market or something. Unless, of course, this is just a big bounce in the market. The bear market's not over. We have another 6 to 7, 8 months of bear market to go through and all of that. All right. So that's a possibility. We got to look at our different possibilities, right? So it might not be perfect, but it's something, a strategy, an idea, the way we think about approaching the market. And that's really what we're talking about here. So if we're not getting a continuation of the bear market, right, we're not going to go down and break that double bottom and go lower for BTC, then I wouldn't say we're necessarily straight up in a bull market, although technically if that is the bottom, then the bull market starts when we break out of that double bottom, right? But it won't feel like a bull market for some time. But we're starting to get into the place where the consensus of everybody is then maybe we bottomed here in the market and we're going to run up and go into a bull market. Okay, that's not a crazy thought. And I think a lot of people are starting to get a little itch of bullishness, right? And look at Aave pumping, look at maybe some of the bigger institutional money and their technical analysis. They have whole teams that people do in TA. Maybe starting to feel the same. And if that's the case, then the market might start running. Those same people might not have bought when they should have bought. And they might dip the market just to buy more. All right. So like we have a pullback, like a 786 retracement, right? But not like a all the way back down to the bottom, right? That's a high probability if you ask me. So what I was really getting at, aside from actually continuing the bear market, right, which would require a lower low than that double bottom on BTC. So aside from that, we're rather just going kind of parabolic straight up to 88,000, or we're probably going to chop and pull back to some kind of fib retracement on BTC, right? Anyways, that's my thoughts. But either way, I think it's time that if you haven't allocated some long-term holds, if you haven't allocated in any strong coins or anything like that, you might want to think about what's some good bottom buys. Even if you're starting to DCA in, because even if that was the double bottom, we're starting to move up, there will be times we spend and chop. There will be times when the market's down randomly and stuff like that, and that could be good times to get into coins that you really believe in. So let me start over here. When people get into crypto, they usually start with a plan. It might not be perfect, but it's something. A strategy, an idea, a way they think about going to approach the market. And at first, it feels solid. But then the market starts to move. Not always the way they expected. And that's where things start to shift. Because instead of sticking to the plan, people start adjusting. At first, it's small, a tweak here, a change there. But over time, those adjustments turn into something bigger. A completely different approach than what they started with. And when this happens, again, another change, another pivot, another new strategy. And eventually, people aren't even really following the plan that they had anymore. They're just reacting to the market. And I've seen people destroy a portfolio like this, right? Reacting to price, reacting to emotion, reacting to outcome. And that's where consistency breaks down. Without consistency, of course, it becomes very hard to learn what actually works, or what to actually do, I would say. So the way that I was taught highest reward, highest gains, most likelihood of success was the 4-year cycle, and to hold, and to buy in the bear market and hold it over a long term. This takes away a lot of the emotionalness. This takes away a lot of the, oh, we're up, I should sell and then buy back lower, and then it doesn't go lower. It just keeps pumping, and you could have had more, and now you have no portfolio because you sold everything. Like, there's a lot of stuff there, right? So I just don't know how to be any other way, guys. I'm very transparent about where I am and what I'm doing. I bought in the bear market. I had the opportunity in the bear market to rather buy BTC or altcoins because I felt like I was working with a small amount of money. To what's a small amount of money to me is probably a decent amount of money to a lot of people. Basically, at 15K, I could have bought one whole Bitcoin. Or I could have bought a bunch of altcoins, and that's what I did. I bought altcoins. I think I was strong. I tried not to scatter them. I don't know why the word's not coming to my mind. I said it earlier. I tried not to buy too many different coins. And I still kind of feel like I did, even though I didn't. But I definitely feel like I did, if you get me. I probably would have been cool with 3 or 4 different coins, but if I did that and something kind of obvious pumped, I would have been mad at myself. So then I started buying some other things, but at different increments, right? And then I even held a couple of things from the previous bull run, from the previous bear market before, even though I did. That's when I got into crypto. Anyways, my point is, we didn't get the altcoin season I was looking for, so I never got to sell, and it just didn't make the sense to sell. I would have needed to sell in 2024, and at the time, it felt like the script was going perfect. In 2024, when all the altcoin season started to run, and it was like, okay, we're going into 2025. 2025 to the end of 2025 was supposed to be the bull run, and it was for BTC. It wasn't for altcoins. And I was really looking for that altcoin season towards the end of 2025. I mean, it wasn't random. I had been planning on selling in that time period. I was going to stair step out. Like, I had a whole plan, and it just didn't happen. We got to be real with ourselves. I had a plan. I can't be too hard on myself. This is investing. Nothing is promised. You come up with a plan, and you do your best to stick to the plan. So I felt like I did a great job of not being emotional and selling everything in 2024, although I would have looked like a genius if I did that with my altcoins, but I didn't. So now I set a new plan. I buy some more coins that I want to hold, and we rock into this next one. And maybe, just maybe, because there was such a lack of altcoin and DeFi action in 2025, where we should have had the real altcoin season bull run, like the euphoric top type stuff that we're used to, maybe that'll be really pent up And we'll just get like a super, nice altcoin season at that point. It's kind of what I'm hoping for. Obviously, because who's not hoping? Me, my first year, says Blue Guy. Yeah, we hear Blue Queens, me, my first year. Exactly. And it's something that you go through. It's something that you learn, for sure. Maybe I should have split myself. Now that I think about it, I wanted to maximize returns. And you got to think, I was working with the data that I had. We had never seen a bull run with no real altcoin action, right? During the actual end of the bull run, like when BTC was at $126, altcoins were not doing something in or around that time period. It was very lame. But I was working with the data that I had, and everything that I had seen and could go back and look at on the charts. Altcoin seasons were fire, and they happened, not at the same time. BTC pumps first, and the money trickles, and the money cycles, right? And we just didn't get that. So let's do some talking points here, because I feel like this is great information for people as you might want to be setting up for yourself. Maybe you're a day trader, and that's the way you want to rock it. There's money to be made there. Also, a lot of potential to mess something up. I like the 4-year hold with a separate portfolio for day trading. So most people start with a plan. People don't enter crypto completely randomly. They usually have some kind of structure in mind. Emotion starts to override that plan, and as soon as things don't go as expected, emotions kick in. Fear, frustration, doubt, that starts influencing decision. And just like the story I just told you, I could have just dumped everything I had at the close to the end of 2025. I could have did that. But then it would have just made it feel like holding, and maybe that would have been the right move to move, but it just would have made it feel like all the time I held with conviction be pointless. I have conviction, even if it's the next bull run. I'm not dying here. My bills are not getting paid. Like, if I was in a position where I couldn't pay bills, I would have sold everything at that time. I probably would have had enough conviction to hold up to that time to see if we got the altcoin season, but I would have had to sell. But because that's not the case, I'm going to go ahead and hold it. Small changes turn into full strategy shifts. When starts and this whole thing about emotions and changing your strategies is very good. That's why it's good to have your long-term holds in a different place than your day trades and stuff like that. Because if you intermix it too much, you'll start to just move it around like you don't even remember what was a long-term hold and what was a day trade. So small changes turn into full strategy shifts. What starts as a small adjustment can turn into a completely different approach. Over time, the original plan disappears. Chasing results creates instability. People often change strategies based on recent outcomes, but short-term results don't always reflect long-term effectiveness. Inconsistency makes learning impossible, right? If you keep changing your approach, if you don't backtest, right, and you never you don't backtest anything long enough for it to really matter. You just kind of look at 2-3 things, 2-3 things here and 2-3 things there, and you just start to make moves in TA or something like that based off of them, but you didn't really backtest it. Then you never give anything enough time to see if it actually works. Pressure makes people reactive, right? If you're new, then I feel like the newer you are, the more reactive you are, and the longer you've been around, the more just numb to it you are. The more pressure people feel, the more reactive they become, and reactivity places strategy. Core insight: most people don't fail because their strategy is bad. They fail because they don't stick to it long enough. Again, for the people in the back. Most people don't fail because their strategy is actually bad. They fail because they just didn't stick to it long enough. And I don't want that to be me. So I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing, right? I'm going to keep holding what I'm holding. And, I hold some decent things like, some XRP to me is pretty decent. And some Dogecoin is pretty decent. Although it's not the most exciting coin in the world right this second, or in the meme world or anything like that. It's a staple. I mean, there's Dogecoin ETFs. There's not Shiba Inu ETFs that I know of anyway. There's these smaller meme coins and stuff, even the ones that are a little bit more trendy. Shiba Inu from, previous cycle. What was the one from this last cycle? Popcat. I don't see a Popcat ETF. Dogecoin's been around for over 10 years, people, and it's been doing what it's doing, and it doesn't go down, and it works. You can send money. It's relatively fast, not overly expensive. When you look at institutions and ETFs, stuff like that, they're going to look at for things that have been around for, close to or around at least 10 years, kind of minimum, in my opinion, right? All right, cool. So let's go check out our trade that I have paid zero attention to. So we did have a stop loss. Good chance we got kicked out of that stop loss. And we did. We did get kicked out of that stop loss. Beautiful. And that's what stop losses are for. Now, turning this $10 into $20 is going terribly. I will say that. Support and resistance flip just in the opposite way. Not in the way that you want it. What are we on? The 1? Let's go to the 3. And of course, it's the weekend. Sometimes we have like amazing pumps on the weekend. But I think sometimes people get fooled by the amazing pumps we have sometimes on the weekend. And they forget that like most weekends are terrible. Right? Most weekends are choppy, search and destroy, liquidate everybody, low volume manipulation. Like they're not amazing. They're not amazing things, right? Definitely kind of have like a near the 200 buy here. Let's look at the 1 hour. 1 hour coming down. 4 hour got room to come down. It's got room to go up too. Could go either way, right? Needed that. Definitely needed that. All right. Well, we took a trade. It failed. That's right. And DeFi Friday is tomorrow. I'm very excited about DeFi Friday. Let's go. Let's go check on a few things here. So I am earning much faster here. 185. I got 251. I'm almost earned as much as I earned in the previous whole, halving or cycle, whatever, for this FOGO fishing. And I mean, who knows? Like seeing crazy things run. I would love to see this just run for absolutely no reason. Sounded refreshing, LOL. Yeah. It was. If only it was cold water, then it really would have been refreshing. Let's hop over to Chainers. I still loving some FOGO fishing. Again, I put what? $5 in an NFT, and then I think I put like another $18 to $20. So I put like $25 in it. I mean, it wasn't a lot of money. If it ends up getting a little bit of pop and making me something, well, I'll be very happy about it. But most likely I'll just get my money back, which is okay too. Really, I like to do stuff like that for the channel. Throw a few dollars down so we can interact and do something, right? And welcome to Chainers. I'm not going to explain it. Everybody here, I think, knows what Chainers is. Let's go to the farm. Let's collect our stuff. Let's sell it to the people. Get the produce out there and earn some BNB. All right. Ooh, do I have... No, I don't think I have enough to actually do that. I can merge these. Kind of want to... Well, not kind of. I very much want to merge my two uncommon plots of land into a rare plot of land, and then merge those into an epic plot of land, which would be pretty fire. The problem is I don't have enough fertilizer. Wow. And then there's the, epic fertilizer, which I have a good bit of, but apparently you need 47. The legendary is just absolutely astronomical. That that's going to be hard to do without actually spending money. So let's just go ahead and plant some stuff. That's what I say. Because I don't feel like waiting around for that. Well, there's no waiting around. It's going to take me a while, basically. But let's go here. Let's go to sell, all, in B&B, all, harvest. Let it load. It does it in cycles. So you have an hour and 35 minutes before it pays out. Yeah, the overall reward is 0.002. My take home is going to be like 0.00001. I'm up to 0.0009 BNB. Somebody tell me how much that is. How much is that? I have so much food for animals that I don't have. I would like more animals. Oh, let's go to all. Okay, we're gonna make an epic marigold seed. Love that. Sucks they're just like the one-time use. So out of the one-time use ones, I just keep upgrading them and not even growing them, because what is the point? Reliable J says he loves me some chainers. Hey, I'm with you on that, man. Obviously, not that it needs to be said. Ooh, we're going to get a legendary marigold. Not that it needs to be said, but of course I love me some DeFi gaming. Nobody doesn't know that who's a regular here. And chainers, Zverse, Fogo fishing, and Plague Dogs. I mean, that's why they're always up. Like, that's my favorite. Plague Dogs is slowly slipping, though. I'm not going to lie. Like, Plague Dogs is slowly slipping. There's just no innovation. At least when I first started, they had some kind of like, what do you call them? Oh man, for free, nice. They charge me for those. What do they charge you for, Reliable J? But anyways, I would love to see Plague Dogs have some events, do something, integrate something, build something, add something, like do something. Like, it's getting too repetitive. Put a new map in, put a new mode. Like, we have Deathmatch and King of the Hill. Most of the time you watch me play Deathmatch. But they're not innovating, and it's kind of crappy. The seed merger. Okay. So they charge for the regular ones, but not the ones that are one-time use. Reliable J, are you sure? See the little like triangle with the one? They're one-time use coins. So are they charging you for those? Or are they charging you for like your regular ones, right? These ones you can use all the time. What's up? It's Panzer Dogs, not Plague Dogs. Did I say Plague Dogs? He had such a similar name. I mess it up all the time. Well, we're just not going to talk about it, Blue Sky. We're just going to pretend like I don't mess things up, all right? Remember earlier when I said, for all those who think that I'm a perfect person, I just don't want to ruin it for you. I'm kidding. I don't think anybody thinks that. I certainly don't. Yeah, let's hit this round, get a free item. And then we're probably going to go do our airdrop stuff, because we got to stay consistent. Remember, like, consistency is key. And there's a lot of, like, I just want to give you guys so much value. Of course, as a crypto channel, we're going to do crypto value related stuff. But even in the members only channel, you know, I'm really about my crypto family. I don't care how big this gets. I'm still always going to be about my crypto family. I think is a commitment that's hard, and I think it's a commitment that a lot of the big channels and things are not going to try to do. They want your money. They don't really want to put the time and effort in. And of course, in a realistic sense, I know that there is a point where I can't talk to everybody. I can't have an hour conversation with everybody all the time, but I could probably have an hour conversation with everybody in a group with 1,000 people in it at least once a year. So I can still put some value in those things. But here's where I'm going with it. The members only stream is where there's going to be a lot more content than just playing slots, even though we've done a lot of that lately. Mostly because I have been exhausted. But I got a lot of big plans for the members only stuff. I want people to grow. Now, not everybody wants to grow, right? I'm going to be doing a lot of stuff with AI. I'm going to be doing stuff with even other channels. I don't mean so much collab as I mean running other channels and stuff like that. And AI is going to be a big part of that. And I want to teach people how to do a lot of that stuff. I've just got a lot of stuff going. But anyways, we're basically always looking for opportunities for a lot of different reasons. The main one being, I want to buy more crypto. I want more dough so I can invest heavier in crypto and make crazier returns, because I know that market is going to be hot for, I don't know, crypto market's probably going to be hot, you know, with, of course, bear markets and bull markets, but probably for the next 50 years. And it's probably going to steadily become more of an entrenched market, right, that people take very seriously. And you're going to see probably a lot more of the real bad actors not really allowed in the space. Although there's bad actors in the stock market, right? Like, there's bad actors everywhere. The point being, that's where I want to pack a lot of the value that might sometimes not feel as directly related to crypto, but definitely directly related to bettering your life. You know, did you just get in crypto because you wanted to make some money? Maybe. But why'd you want to make some money, right? What's the point of making some money if you're not going to better your life? What's the point of making a bunch of money if you don't care about your health and you're going to sit around, eat crap, knowing you're eating crap? If you got kids, you need to live to see them, right? If you make money and stuff like that, like, what's the point of making money and then you don't take care of yourself, and therefore you don't get to enjoy, like, you get old too fast, you fall apart too fast, not able to travel the world with any bit of, like, you know, health. Like, it's just, there's more to life than number go up, right? But at the same time, you know, crypto is bae. Let's put it that way. But for anybody else who wants to come along the journey in many different facets, from health to fitness to AI to making money automatedly, passive incomes, like, that is where the members only channel is really going to live. And over time, there's just going to be more and more opportunity here. So if you want to be a part of that, come over to the members only stream. I do know that it's kind of long of a stream. We do 2 hours, and then we're probably going to do another 2 hours. That I'm not, like, guaranteeing or anything tonight specifically, but over time it'll be consistently 2-hour stream and then another 2-hour stream. But that's not the point. It's not the amount of time that it is. It's about what we cover and what we're going over, what we're watching. I got a really good video for us tonight about AI and AI tools. I think everybody will enjoy it a lot. And yeah, I don't know. We're going to have a core group of people who are looking to go hard and change their life, you know? And that is very much a big part of what I want to do. And then the crypto is life, right? Crypto is life. We're always going to do the crypto. See how I just zoned out and I didn't even realize I'm at like 4,000 here. I'm just talking. I'm not paying like any attention to what I'm doing at all. Okay, it's time to take us out there, because otherwise I'll play this forever. I know, LOL. 3 times I love you, bro. Too funny. Let's play some Plague Dogs. I'm down. Yeah, we could get around it. Let's see what I got here. You gonna get like 5 Mac Minis and have them run wild? Probably not. Maybe at some point I'll get like 1 Mac Mini. But my thing is, yeah, that's what my video tonight is going to be on. It's obviously somebody else's video, right? I can't make all the content all the time. But you guys are going to see some cool things, some cool breakdowns. You know, which, like, you have Llama, ChatGPT, Gemini, Claude, And I feel like there's one more. But you guys are going to see what each one of them is best at, right? Because they all do something better than the other ones, right? Just because of how they're built, right? Like Llama is fast. I'll give that one away. Llama's not the best, but if you want something that's going to respond just super fast and give you what you need for basic, simple stuff, right? That's Llama. But it's not the best, right? Facebook didn't necessarily nail that one. And let's grab our stuff for our mission. Ooh, weekly mission. I'll take that one. Give me some good. But also, we're going to talk about some top AI tools, right? So you could say like, oh, that's not directly crypto related. But it's like, okay, but if I teach you how to use AI tools effectively, and then you go and build something and you have a bunch of money and now you can build portfolios and you're even more interested in trading. You're more interested in what to buy at the bottom of the market. You see how this all falls together? Do you see how it all falls together? All right, let's get a couple rounds of Panzer Dogs in before we start our members only stream. Oh, before we do, I'm going to go ahead and invite you, Blues Guy. And I'll break it up here. Let's grab from the testnet. Who's following along and doing the Robinhood testnet? Right. There's certain things in life that have opportunity and you rather take them or you don't take them, right? You rather, again, people are going to be really glad they didn't waste the time, but you're already watching me and you're probably already sitting in front of a computer, right? So why wouldn't you just follow along and do this with me? I've showed how to do it step by step. We have tabs in the group for how to do it step by step, right? So just keep that in mind. But you're rather going to be really glad that you didn't waste your time doing it, even though you wasted your time watching me do it. So, you know, it's like the same amount of time. But I digress. Or you're going to be kicking yourself when we get something decent out of this and you didn't do it. And then we take it and we buy some crypto and we flip it into even more money. All right, so we GM'd. We deployed smart contracts. We go to our swap here for testnet. We switch it to Robinhood. Put in like 0.005. Copy it so we don't have to do that every time. And we pick a token like USDC. And we let it calculate. We're going to open this up in the side window. What's going on? Those weren't the best options. No, why would we? Oh, open side panel. That's what I want. So you can see MetaMask and you can kind of see what we're doing and how it pops up and how we approve it and all of that jazz. I already approved this one, obviously. Confirm swap. It's processing, pops up. We hit confirm. It's all testnet money for anybody who doesn't get that. We're not actually using real money. Confirm. Paste. Swap. All right, we did that like 3 times. And we're going to hop back over. Now we're switching to the ARC testnet, which is Circle. Circle's got money. So we're hoping for a good airdrop. Again, testnet, free money we're working with here. Testnet money, right? Let's call it monopoly money. Testnet money is basically monopoly money. We GM on chain. We deploy a smart contract. I do it 3 times. Doesn't take very long to do. And let's hit it one more time. Bang. All right. Testnet. And then we go back to the swap. We switch over to ARC. We're going to do the same thing. Still got that copy and pasted. Select the token. We've been using the Euro C because it literally doesn't matter. And when they swap over to mainnet, all this stuff is going to disappear. All that's going to matter is the amount of transactions that you created on chain, contributing to them creating a mainnet, stress testing all of their different facets, right? And that is what they're paying you for. A lot of people think airdrops are free. No, they're paying you for work. Now, you might say it's a low amount of work. It's not hard work. It's clicking buttons, but it's a useful thing to them. Very useful thing to get people to contribute, right? And so as long as they continue to pay out something different, people are going to contribute. That is a huge bonus for them. And that's what you're getting paid for. You're not getting free money for nothing. You put in work to get it. Nothing in life is free, and nothing in life is easy. And then we have this other little swap, which is Arc Testnet, but it doesn't have Robinhood as far as I know. Yeah, no Robinhood. It's got Ink. And I want to do a few of these consistently, but I don't want to have like 10. I don't want to do 10 of these every day. I want to do ones that I think have the highest potential of having a good payout. Robinhood's got some dough. Arc is Circle, USDC, right? They have some serious dough. And hopefully they could put together a couple $1 million to pay out to their airdrop people, right? Because some of it's a reputation thing, right? If you burn everybody in the airdrop, how many people you think are going to want to deal with you? Or maybe you're so big that you don't even care. That could be too. Bang, bang, bang. So we're done with that. Now we're going to drop back to Panzer Dogs, not Plague Dogs. Panzer Dogs. You ready, Blues guy? I'm going to give it a second for it to catch up because there is like a 20-second lag here. All right, roll call. If you're here, put a 111 in the chat. I want to see. Did we just drop from like 10 people to 6 people? What, does everybody hate airdrops or something? And I'm going to lose these glasses. Like I always say, the glasses are more like a prop. Although I do love these glasses, right? They're the best headphones ever. Like having your own personal surround sound while you're out walking the trails in the woods. It's amazing. Okay, so Blues Guy is here. Is anybody else here besides Blues Guy? I bet Reliable J's here, right? Okay. Yep. See, I knew it. I mean, Reliable J is just, well, he's reliable, man. Like, what more can you say about that? Does Reliable J want to play? Do we get the dream team back together? I was really, really hoping that Plague Dogs was going to do tournaments and cool stuff, right? And then it just hasn't really panned out. And it kind of gets on my nerves. Because we would have had some dream teams, right? We could have got Camsta, Blues Guy, Reliable J. Like, all of us could have played. Plague Dogs is here. My man, my man. Thank you for participating. Yeah, Reliable J is the man. So is Plague Dogs, for sure. Kind of put him on the spot. If you don't want to play, it's no big deal. Just want to give you the opportunity before we start cranking out, at least 2-3 rounds before we switch to the members only. I mean, we could play in the members only too. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. All right, I'm going to go ahead and click play. And then if Reliable J wants to hop in, I'll just get him in on the next one. In the members only chat, we talked about how to... Yeah, exactly. In the members only chat, we talked about how to write in to different casinos, social casinos. Of course, stake.com being, a crypto social casino. So that's kind of where I'm going to start writing into those. And you can get $5. Your postage costs you about 75 cents. So in reality, you're getting $4.25 for free. And you got to spend 75 cents to get it. You can easily run up a racket on that, guys. And I'm going to show you. We're going to do it together. Starting tomorrow, I'm going to be basically ready to do that with you guys. I got to get my cards ready. My Post-its ready. and we'll start rocking and loading from there. And then we're going to show you how to play with that free money. Here's the biggest hurdle when it comes to doing that is you got to get through, you got to write them, whatever you're going to do. Set yourself something, be consistent. That's what we're all about. We're all about bettering ourselves, finding opportunities, and being consistent here. You're going to see this group as this channel blows up. You're going to see it's going to be crypto. We're going to stay very crypto to our core, but it's going to be about bettering ourselves. It's going to be about doing everything that we can to look for opportunities anywhere, anyway. You know what I mean? Because why wouldn't you take an opportunity if an opportunity was good? But if we have the opportunity to get free money, run it through a casino, take our wins, and do something with them, why wouldn't you do that? Unless, of course, it's not available to you in your state or something. I can't really do nothing about it. We'll find other opportunities. If you can't do that, you can do some AI stuff. All right, first game down. I'm going to run at least a minimum of 3. Blues guy. They gave me 1 kill. I was doing terrible on that. I wasn't paying a lot of attention. Shout out to Blues guy. Top dog in my book. Reliable J says I'm lagging. Got like 12 tabs going. What? Oh, okay. We'll throw another invite out there. Anyways, I'm just really bullish on a lot of this stuff, guys. I'm bullish on, conquering the day. Like Jim Rohn said, if you can conquer the morning, you can conquer the day, right? I've got some really cool things that I want to get into. I can't wait to show you this video. It's just a good place to start. Like it doesn't go into every tool, and it explains what the tools are, right, and stuff like that. And I think it's a good place to get a little bit of education, right? And I was doing some research. You hear a lot of people talking about Claudebot, right? And Claudebots are cool for the same reason that they're not cool, right? So check this out. Claudebots don't have a lot of the guardrails and perimeters on them that like ChatGPT and a lot of things do, right? So you're really relying on Claudebot to be smart, right? Like it could delete files on your computer that you don't want it to delete. It could download stuff you don't want it to download, right? It could send emails that you don't want it to send. It could delete emails that you don't want it to delete, right? Like it doesn't have all the guardrails and perimeters, right? So as much as Claudebot can be amazing, definitely running it like on separate, not networks like your internet, but like different than your computer necessarily. Like if you got one of those Mac minis and stuff like that, that could be a good look for that for sure. Because then it's like, at least it's not deleting files off of like your main computer, right? That you've had for years and probably have photos on or something. Claudebot just decides whatever it wants to do in the moment. Well, it got kicked off. And like, if it decides that your pictures are taking up room on your computer and your pictures are not pushing forward the goal that you gave it, it'll just delete them. Indeed, conquer today, starting with oneself. Yes, exactly. Well, we got kicked out. What do we do with that? Let's go ahead and start our countdown. Thank you, Blues Guy, for sending in 2 super chats today, man. You're the bomb. Givers Gain and Plague Dog sent in a super chat as well. Definitely want to thank him for that. No, I don't want to super chat myself. I want to start the members only stream in 5 minutes. Yes, let's do that. I don't think we missed anything here per se. There we go. Let's try it again. Let's see what happens. I don't know why we got kicked out. Anyways, I was just explaining that Claudebot, you hear it a lot. It can do a lot of things, but the guardrails are off. And you want to make sure you really have it dialed in before you really automate it and give it. There's people who've really been using AI like ChatGPT and different things, and then there's people who like haven't really used any of that stuff. And it's really good at what it's really good at, and all the things that it's not really good at, it's really, really not good at. Does that make sense? Oh, we are just lagging. Oh man, we got crashed again. All right, guys, I don't think we're able to play this. Is what it is. I guess we close out with a little bit of top gainers, top losers. You thought I was gonna say Fogo fishing, but I wasn't. I wasn't gonna say that. Let's go get our top gainers, top losers, right? We got 3 minutes. So Siren is up 110%. Ordi. What is Rosa Inu? Rosa Inu. All right. It's a meme coin, right? Rosastoken.io. It is a Solana contract, BNB and Arbitrum 1. 50.1 million in market cap, even after it pretty much gave everything away. This is where you gotta love it. So look how different market cap is versus price. So when you look at the price, you'd be like, wow, you know, pull a top here at like 2 cents. But when it was at 2 cents, it gives us volume. It doesn't give us market cap. So that's June 7th, 2024. Let's go ahead and do a thing here. Let's pull June 7th, 2024. Had about 0 market cap. How is that possible? No idea. So how did it go from having 0 market cap at its all-time high? This must be a data feed kind of thing. That's got to be what's going on here. It's a meme coin, because how could it even have an all-time high and be at $0? Anyway, that didn't make any sense. Then it jumped immediately from 0 to 16.5 million, and now it's at 50. Well, you heard about it here, hopefully first. Ordinals on stats, right? Pippin up 37%. Peanut the squirrel pumping for some reason 36. Meme core just moving strong. DYDX, I love to see that because I own some of it somewhere. I think it's DYDX. There's another one that's similar. And yeah, now we go to Fogo fishing. Yeah, we put a hurting on them, and that's why they threw us off. So we got 1 minute until we roll over into the members only. You fearless kamikaze. Oh, me or reliable J? Which one of us, right? Moving to a new fishing hole. I don't even know if I can do this fast enough. Can I do this fast? Valiant. Let's do it. Let's go. I want to see what fish tokens are worth. US fish. Bang. Give me 300,000. Okay, right now that's worth $5. Beautiful. It keeps going down. But I'm hoping at some point it pops back up, right? Go collect your upland tokens. You've been earning more now that you built collections. I got 19 seconds. So if you want to see that, you're going to have to come over to the members only and remind me. I can collect it on my phone, and I often do collect them on my phone. But I do it, yeah. All right, everybody.